The amount of brain cells I have lost in the last 24 hours thanks to Pokemon Twitter has officially qualified me for disability.
Just give me a minute, guys. I gotta compose myself here because what I'm about to say is something I never expected to have to say in my entire lifetime because honestly, I never thought it would ever happen. But you know what? As of today, Fortnite kids are no longer the cringiest group of people on the internet right now.
So, let's talk about Sword and Shield. Which it is. It's not great. It's not... They shouldn't have done it. But it could end up being a very good thing, especially for competitive Pokemon battling. I just don't like how toxic the community has gotten, how split it's gotten.
Bruh, look at this dude. Wait till you see the... No, 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 no. Look at the top of his head.
And honestly, man, I just really don't even know what to think anymore because my entire world has been turned upside down because now the Pokemon community, aka Slavery Simulator, you know, they have decided that they now want to be the cringiest group of people on the internet. And basically across all social media sites for the past couple days, it has been a complete meltdown from both sides of this argument, both the people defending and basically calling out Game Freak for all the shit surrounding Pokemon Sword and Shield coming out right before launch. And either way, man, whatever side you're on, you have to sit back and realize this is all over a fucking children's game where you chuck balls at virtual monsters, dude. I get it, man. Not being able to slap your favorite Pokemon in the face with your great balls, you know, that must really suck, and that's the whole reason you play Pokemon. But at the same time, man, it's a game about chucking balls at monsters, enslaving those monsters, and then forcing them to fight to the death. And did I mention it's made for children? Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make that clear, all right? You know, it's really not that deep. I get it, man. I love Pokemon. I grew up playing Pokemon. It's one of the first games I ever played. It's one of my favorite series of all time. You know, Diamond and Pearl, still the best in the series, don't at me. But anyway, it doesn't really run that deep for me, dude, because Pokemon is like one of the most casual games out there. And don't even bother coming at me and going, oh, well, actually, professional Pokemon is a really big deal. I'm sorry, man. Like, I really just can't take this shit seriously. Like, it is a children's game. Okay, I know I've said that a lot, but I just find it really ironic because these are probably the same people who make fun of the Fortnite community for acting like complete man-children on the internet. But at this point, they're fitting their shoes perfectly.
The mix! Why the fuck are they a fucking thing, dude?
Like to quote my favorite gaming company out there, you know, EA, if you don't like it, don't buy it. I mean, it's really not that complicated. But anyway, guys, we are going to be taking a look at probably one of the funniest videos I've seen on this entire controversy from the guy who was screaming in the back of his car about Pokemon Sword and Shield. Because you know what? He basically goes through all the different points of the controversy, but this should be a great way to both address the controversy as well as get a good laugh at the same time, because while this video is extremely cringy, dude, it actually does a pretty decent job of addressing the entire controversy, as well as some points that I actually agree with, believe it or not. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and check out the rantings of a Pokemon fan screaming in his car.
The amount of brain cells I have lost in the last 24 hours thanks to Pokemon Twitter has officially qualified me for disability. So with that, I say, fuck you! This is unfucking real. The amount of just absolute fucking dumbassery I've had to see online today about Pokemon Sword and Shield. And all I have to say is fuck everyone. Everyone's
But you guys see what I mean now, right? Like, this guy is actually triggered over this entire thing, and he escalated extremely quickly. Like, he was talking pretty calm there, that all of a sudden, you know, he's just basically telling everybody to fuck right off. Like, in all honesty, dude, if you're this triggered over a video game, you really shouldn't be driving, because you know what? We really don't need another mixed skillet.
Let's fucking run down the list. First of all, fuck Game Freak. Fuck them for releasing fucking Pokemon Sword and Shield in an unfinished fucking state. Here's my take on Dexit right now. Dexit is a fucking travesty.
And in case you can't understand him over the extremely fucking loud Pokemon music in the background, he said Dexit, which is basically like the fucking whole Pokédex thing. I don't know, man. Like, it's a big deal to some people, not really to me. I don't really care that much. Let's Go had 151 Pokemon. I enjoyed the game. This game has more than that, so I'm sure it'll be fine. But anyway, yeah, Dexit is basically people getting pissed off about Game Freak basically cutting out half the Pokemon from the game. But you know what, man? Like, I didn't even know what Dexit was. I had to Google it, so there you go.
That if this remains the course for every single Pokemon game, like Masuda is saying, this series is fucking kind of ruined because you've completely killed all of the meta interest that the series has brought up to thus far. You've killed the appeal of the whole series, and it fucking sucks. And you're telling me that you're providing half a fucking game, half the depth, half the complexity with 400 Pokemon as opposed to the 800 plus that would have been.
Like, I understand that people are pissed off that their favorite Pokemon aren't in the game. You know, I don't really give a shit that much because it's not that big a deal to me. Like I said, I'm a casual player, and most people who buy Pokemon are casual players. So in reality, it's probably not even that big of a deal to most people. But to the hardcore fans, like, I get it, like, I understand. But at the same time, like, no one is holding a gun to your head and saying, buy this fucking game, or we'll kill you and then kill your entire family. You want to send a message? Just don't buy it, man.
I gotta be honest, fuck the people who are like, oh, the jagged shadows, fucking suck a cow's tit. Fuck you. What we're really ignoring here is that the game looks like kind of dog shit. The game kind of looks like dog shit. Looks pretty good for a Pokemon game. Oh, the jagged shadows.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, guys. That's exactly how I picture the people bitching about the graphics in a Pokemon game, because Pokemon games are not known for their graphics. Pokemon has always been a very simplistic game that has had, like, decent-looking graphics, but never anything that crazy. Like, the game looks like shit, alright? I'll admit that, but at the same time, it can still be fun. That's why I think it's kind of stupid, either side, like, kind of arguing. Like, people trying to defend the game going, oh, dude, it looks great. No, it really doesn't look great, but at the same time, it's not fucking awful either. Like, it's a playable game. The game will be fun. It's a turn-based RPG. The graphics are not the most important component of this game, and it never has been with Pokemon.
And why are you defending this fucking series? Oh, you expect them to put all 800 plus Pokemon in the game? Yes! Fucking yes! Because that's what's been expected, and that's what they fucking signed up for. And you're telling, why is 800 the cutoff? When these people say this, why is 800 Pokemon the cutoff? Like, 800 was too much, but the 720 we did in Sword and Shield just fucking fine.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a choice, I would have all the Pokemon in the game too, but you know what, man? It's really not that big a deal. Like, people are legit acting like the entire world is ending because they can't catch their favorite Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I just won't ever understand it, but you know what? I guess throwing balls at pixels is really important to some people.
Of course animating's fucking difficult. Of course animating is fucking a challenge and hard. I know. But the whole point people are calling out the models is because they said the reason the Pokédex was cut in fucking half is because they improved the models.
I mean, sure, I get why people are pissed off about this, like if Game Freak's actually out here lying, but, you know, they could have been talking about cosmetic changes to the models, because in all honesty, I didn't really expect Pikachu to magically change shape between the 3DS and the Nintendo Switch, okay? That was just something I was not expecting to see, so you know what? If it is the case that they did lie and they didn't do anything, you know, then they deserve to be called out, but at the end of the day, man, does it really have any effect on the gameplay? Does it really have any effect on the overall experience you're gonna have? I'm gonna probably have to press X to doubt on that.
And what we have is fucking unappealing to someone who's been a Pokemon fan since fucking day one out of the womb. I'm fucking 22 years old.
I mean, hell yeah, dude. I'm 22 as well. You know, I've been playing Pokemon since I was like 3 or 4, but the only difference between you and me is I'm not sitting at the back of my car right now screaming my head off and actually getting triggered over a Pokemon game at the age of 22.
And it's fucking sad that people are so okay with this game being 50% more money. It's $60 as opposed to $40, and it has half the Pokemon, half the depth, half the complexity, and just kind of looks like a half-ass product. And I'm not accepting that, and I'm not going to pick up this game.
Well, dude, that's your opinion, and that's why this entire thing has escalated so much and turned into a legit Pokemon civil war, is because you have one side attacking anyone who wants to buy the game, and then the other side attacking anyone who does not want to buy the game. Like, it's actually fucking retarded, and most people like myself are just sitting back and watching it all go down and enjoying this complete shit show.
And normally I do want to say this, because normally I fucking hate talking about video game price when criticizing a game. I think it's worthless, with the exception of this one instance where Pokemon prices, they never drop, ever, They're always $40. You can get rid of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. You can sell that trade that into GameStop, who famously will give fucking pennies for video games. You can get $27 in-store credit for a copy of Heart Gold or Soul Silver. They sell at $40 still. And those games came out in 2010.
I don't really know what the fuck this has to do with Pokemon Sword and Shield, but you know what? That's because Heart Gold and Soul Silver aren't made anymore. They're extremely collectible. It's extremely hard to find legit copies of that game, and GameStop resells them for much more than the original retail price. And plus, Pokemon's not even selling them anymore, so you cannot buy them for $40 new anymore. So I don't even know what the entire point of this was, but you know what? Here it is in the video.
Literally almost a decade ago, and you're still selling them for the full price of a 3DS game were it to drop in the year 2019. And this is completely just unfucking acceptable. This is unacceptable, and we should not tolerate it. We should not fucking tolerate it.
For sure, dude. We should not tolerate expensive prices on old collectible games. You're 100% right.
With that being said, I don't know whose fault this is on fucking Twitter, but I feel like I have to see the fucking most stupidest arguments by people who, by the way, don't have a fucking following in the slightest, get plastered on my Twitter with their dumbass bullshit telling fucking President Trump to fucking ban the sale of Sword and Shield, which is really fucking funny, and people talking about the jagged shadows and the poppin', and then people who are like, oh, I never wanted this, and so everyone, I got to see all that bullshit, which I don't want to fucking see, because those people are fucking idiots too.
See, I told you guys, there's some stuff I agree with this guy on. He's not too bad. He's coming around. He's starting to see how fucking retarded most of these people are who are actually crying over fucking graphics in a Pokemon game. But you know what? We're almost done with this video, thankfully, because I'm kind of getting sick of hearing this extremely loud fucking Pokemon music in the background while this man screams about children's games.
It fucking sucks, and I fucking hate it. If you learn tomorrow that I've drowned in a septic tank, I would just like to state that it's all your fault. I'm gonna go get a burger. Good night.
Not gonna lie, man, I'm actually really hungry right now because I haven't eaten all day, and I've been editing this video for, what, like 5 hours? It's 10 p.m. right now, so, you know, that sounds actually really nice going to McDonald's right about now, so let's go ahead and wrap this video up. But anyway, basically, the key takeaway here is it doesn't matter if you want to buy the game or not. Like, it's your money. It's up to you how you want to spend it. If you're happy with how Pokemon Sword and Shield looks, buy the game. If you don't want to support it, don't support it. It's up to you. Don't shit on people for wanting to buy a video game. Like, there is much more important shit going on in the world than playing a video game, because let's face it, no one's life is going to significantly change if they play this game or don't play it, and that's the reality of the situation. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button and let me know if you would be interested in me trying to stream Pokemon Sword and Shield. Like, I'm planning on getting the game, but my upload speed is complete dog shit, so I'd be willing to try streaming. Like, I only get 5 megabytes per second upload, but then again, it probably wouldn't matter because it's a Switch game, so it's probably not going to look that great anyway when you stream it, so, you know, I might be able to get away with it. But if you'd be interested in me doing that, let me know and we can play some Slave Simulator Sword and Shield together. But with that said, I want to thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to check out the video and for all the recent support as well, and I will catch you guys next time.